everyone. Today I'm going to make this fun little treat box for you, and it opens like this. Really fun with the tag topper and the ribbons inside. And I have to give credit to Sam from Poodles, a UK demonstrator, for the design of the box. That is where I got the idea on the box. But today we're going to do a Halloween. I did make a Christmas one when I was kind of just fooling around with my paper and messing around, and a different Halloween one with another stamp set that we do have in our annual catalog. But this is featuring some of our new paper from our holiday catalog. This is the Toil and Troubles paper. And let me see if I can find it in the catalog here. Yeah, here it is. So here it is. Here's the whole, we are not using this stamp set today, but this is the paper that kind of coordinates with these cute little cauldron and the little witch and hats and stuff like that. So we are using this paper. Here it is with the double-sided designs, all kinds of fun, you know, graphic prints, and then some cute pictures, which these are, actually you're able to cut these out with the framelits that go with this set. So if you don't want to fussy cut them, you can cut out a lot of these images actually with the framelits. And then we're also going to be using the Spooky Sweet stamp set, which is also in our holiday catalog, and it is actually a bundle. Here, let me show it to you in the catalog with our new Spooky Bats punch. So that punch punches these 3 bats out. It also goes and coordinates with our moon and star punch. I can't remember the exact name, but that is in our annual catalog. So we're going to be using this stamp set today, and I think we will just get started. So let me show you how to do that. Actually, let me show you what's in here. These actually, I fit 2 Kit Kat bars in here. But it is a nice shape because you really can fit any kind of, you know, like the fun size treats at Halloween, Snickers, anything you can fit in there. So that makes it nice and versatile in that sense. But to start with, actually, we need to get my pieces over here. All right, so you will start with a piece of the Designer Series paper. It really does not matter which side you're going to fold these on, but I will tell you about scoring, and I'll have this at the end of my video. This is my little template. I will have this template. When you are scoring and you are setting it on your score tool, you need to make sure that your image, see this particular image, for instance, has an up and down, you know, you want the cat to be up and down this way. Let's say this was my paper with this tiny little image. You want the image to be the top this way. So if you're looking at it, everything's up and down this way, you will have that top on your left side when you're scoring. Because when you're going to score, that will affect how this box folds and goes together so that it is not upside down. For instance, this one, the little ghosts, if I had done it opposite, these ghosts would be upside down when you open the box like this. So just want to make sure that your image is top and bottom. This is the top when you're setting it on your score tool. This piece of Designer Series paper measures at 4 inches by 11 inches, and then you're going to score at 4 inches, 5 inches, 9 inches, and 10 inches, and then you will turn your paper this way on the score tool, and you will score it at 1 and 3 inches. Okay, so that is that. Again, this will be at the end of the video, so you can reference this when you are scoring, and all of those measurements will be there as well. So we'll need this piece. Then you'll also need, I have lost pieces over here. This is not good. Oh well, I don't know where they are. I'm like a mess. I have moved my craft room downstairs, and now all of a sudden I can't find lots of stuff. Little pieces are gone, but we will figure it out. Okay, anyway, you need a piece. I've already punched this out, but it is of the 2-inch circle punch, and then you'll also use the 1.5-inch circle punch. That's what I used here behind this that image. And then you'll need a piece of ribbon. I ran out, but this is the Ombre Lemon Lime Twist 1/4 inch ribbon. This is still 1/4 inch, so I'm using it, even though it's retired, but I ran out. So you will need, I believe it's 13 inches of ribbon. So you need 13 inches ribbon, and then a couple of scraps of white for your stamped images. So we will get to it. Let me just put these aside. We'll do our stamping first. Let me get another scrap. Okay. And I'm going to be using the tuxedo black to stamp our little bats out. So there they are, and we'll just get that inked up. This table is not the normal table I use when I stamp, so I hope I'm not making you motion sickness on the video with all the smacking. Okay, so just stamp that down on your scrap. Oh, that didn't get, see, I usually need to do this on the table, so let me do it again. 2 sides to every paper is always what I say. That's the great thing about our nice paper, so. Okay. Oh gosh, I am really not doing well today. Oh gosh, okay, let's try it one more time. This is gonna be it, I hope. Yes, no, we're gonna use this original image. Sorry. Okay, so you're gonna do the bats there, and then the next thing you'll do is this little background kind of, I don't know, just kind of random artistic background. And we're going to be using the lemon lime twist for that. So we'll get that inked up and just put it a few different places. You are gonna cut this out, so it really doesn't matter what happens. You're gonna punch it, I mean. So just kind of a little background, adds a background to it. Set that aside, close this ink pad. And they're going to punch that out with our 1 3/4 inch circle punch. Okay, and then you've got that set aside. We are going to adhere it to the piece of black. Gotta go get some adhesive. Okay. Okay, so center that on there. And then we will do the words. I'm going to be doing the No Tricks, Just Treats stamp. So, oh, I'm sorry, I did not tell you that we're using the Gorgeous Grape is the color we're using. And these are the new stamp pads, so they open slightly different than our old pads. We're going to stamp that down. Close our ink. I'm always putting my fingers in the ink, so I've got to close them up. Okay, and then you'll punch that out with our 1 1/4 inch circle punch. And this is the piece that I can't find, but I would be putting it on a piece of the lemon lime twist cardstock, and it's a 1 1/2 inch punch on that. But I cannot find my little tiny piece that I already punched out. I've lost my pieces, and I'm not gonna waste your time trying to find it. So we're gonna set those 2 pieces aside that we stamped, and we will get to putting our box together. Here's our piece of cardstock. I think the first thing to do that is just easier is go ahead and fold down your score lines. It's just easier when you're going to cut. You'll be able to see them easier, and it's easier to fold them before they all get cut up. So it really doesn't matter which way is your front, inside or outside. Just start folding down those score lines and get those burnished first. Okay. All right, so now you have all those folded. I don't know if it's hard to see on this video, but there are, on this end, there are 2 little squares on either end, and you are going to trim those completely off, following these score lines all the way to the next score line. And so you'll just trim those off. Okay. And then over here we have these 2 little squares in the middle, and you're going to trim those down. And I do like to add that little angle so that it is easier to assemble and get stuck together. It just fits nicer when you do that. So do the same thing on the other side. Okay, now you have your box all cut up and ready to go. The first thing we want to do, again, still does not matter which side you are going to use as your inside or outside, but you're going to line this up in our tag topper, scallop tag topper punch, and just get that in there. I find it nice to flip it over and make sure that it is, let's use this other side so you can see. Make sure that it is centered in the punch, because it is a little skinnier than the punch fits it, so just make sure it's centered and you get that punched right. So there's your top. And then I am actually gonna make this box, I want the green side out. But if I wasn't doing the green side out, it would be perfect for my little image would be facing the right way when I close it up. I'm going to do the green. So what you're going to need first is you're going to need your tear and tape or any very, maybe the adhesive, multi-purpose adhesive glue, but I'm going to use tear and tape today. You're going to put a little strip, fold these flaps inward. So this is the inside of my box, depending on what designer series paper you use. So fold those inward, and then you will put a strip along these two tabs on the outsides to close your box. Okay, get that peeled off. I should have my take a pick tool here to show you that, how easy it is to get it off with that, but I don't have it down here yet. I haven't moved the entire craft room down, just pieces, and I had Stamp Club the other night, so I got just pulled some of that stuff down. So okay, so you remove all your adhesive, and then what you're going to do is you're just going to I just find it easier to kind of stand it up to line up the bottoms, and that part gets adhered like that. And then we're going to bring these sides up, burnish that a little bit, bring these sides up, again stand it up and fold it just to meet the edges there. And if for some reason there is some trim hanging off, you can always just trim it with your scissors. Like there's a teeny tiny bit there. It's really not a big deal, but you could trim that little bit off if it bothered you. Okay, so there is your box. And then the next thing I find easiest to do, you are going to need to make a hole for your ribbon. Just take a pen or a marker and on the smaller side, fold it over and just put a little dot there, just tiny dot. You're going to punch that out so it won't show. And you are going to use our 1/8 inch handheld circle punch, and you'll just punch a little hole right there. You want it to be small, even though the ribbon's going to be wider. If it is too big, then you will have the ribbon sliding out on you. So you'll take your 13-inch piece of ribbon and fold it in half, and then you're going to, at this folded end, you're going to tie a little knot. Sorry, and then just get a small knot as close as you can to the end, like so. So you've got a little tiny knot, get that nice and snug. And then you will stick the ribbon, feed it through this little hole. You're gonna kind of have to fold it and twist it, but you'll get it through the hole. Maybe even use a one of your scoring little piece if you need to. The tool that you use to score with would be fine. But there's your ribbon. Again, stick your treats in there, and then you will thread it through this little hole from the tag topper, both sides. Thread those through, and then it kind of almost automatically folds it nice and even. It's even easier to do when there's actually a treat in there because there's something to weight it down. And tie a nice little bow, just like that. Okay, and then what you're going to do, you can see on this one, I just adhered this piece, and then again, I don't have the piece, I don't know where it is, but I backed it with the lemon lime twist and popped this piece up, and then I just added a cute little bat there with a glue dot, and you have your little treat. So if you like any of these products, just head on over to my website at sabellastyles.stampinup.net and click on Shop Now, and you will be able to order any of those products. Again, they'll be listed at the end of the video. Thanks for watching.